Hey guys, it's Angel. Welcome back to the channel, and today we have a Russian beast to review for you right now. The Yak-18T by Nemeth Designs. Got to this one a little bit later than I'd like to, but it's been a lot coming out recently. Now, this good old Soviet tractor is a bit of a weird one because it looks really great, but it's totally something that'd fly. It's good for rough airstrips and nice, lovely paved ones, and it's a 4-seat aerobatic, fully aerobatic mind, utility aircraft, originally intended to train Aeroflot pilots. It's now more fun as a sport plane, but here's the fun part. Unlike a Cessna 172, this has a 360 to 400 horsepower engine in this thing. Yeah. However, its maximum cruise, its cruise speed's about 115 knots, with a max speed of about 141. Not a lot for that size of power plant, is it? Well, it uses a Vedenev M14P 9-cylinder air-cooled radial engine, and the aircraft's weight is what I hear you asking. 2,600 pounds empty. 3,600 loaded. So it is a chunky airplane. Let us take a little look. Now, as the sim decides it wants to, there we go. We'll step outside initially and take a look around. Now, as you see here, bunch of liveries, in fact a lot of liveries, so you can pick anything you like. Now, as you'll notice, it does support native number system from the sim, and this one is just plain black, but it does the job, right? So the modelling quality is actually pretty gorgeous, I'd say. Nemeth Designs have been known for making good quality aircraft, and oh yeah, if you hear any kind of sound in the background of this video or recent ones, it is really hot in my office, so you're hearing lots of fans. Now, of course, we have that cowl system on the front here of the radial. These vanes will be able to open to allow more air in for your air cooling needs, and that big 2-blade propeller, which is probably why it's so inefficient, and the cord on that wing is super thick. My gosh, this is a chunky plane. What are they teaching them to, preparing them to fly? AN2s? So, of course, it does support the native pilots. Let's take a look inside the wrong button. Now, being Nemeth Designs, I'm expecting a lot of clickability. Now, that is the first disappointment there. We can't seem to open that. There is a manual on their website which you can get. It doesn't come with the aeroplane, but it is selectable. So, no, that's the parking brake, which is on and off. Okay. Don't seem to be able to click the yoke. That's an interesting start. Can I open the door? Not an ideal start, I'll be honest. Now, the manual is 2 pages, one of pictures and one of a cockpit diagram, showing you all the things here that do what. Now, of course, it's got English placards in there, which is incredibly useful for those of us who don't speak Russian. Apart from, these, which I guess the highlight tells you what it is, as long as you've got time to hover over it. This handle does nothing. That can't be clicked away. I'm getting slight disappointed vibes right now. I'm clicking all of the things, and not much seems to do much. Now, of course, we've got a lot of basic systems and controls. I'm very disappointed by the doors. It's a small factor, but it's an important one. Any third-party aircraft, by my logic, should have opening doors. Opening storm windows, maybe. That's a optional extra, but... oh, at least we can do that. Only it's not incremental like most models. It's just a single click, and it's got 2 positions. Okay. So we can't open the storm windows, we cannot open the doors. That is a immediate disappointment for me, because that's something I minimum expect. Now, the quality of it is very nice. Texturing looks great inside and out. Very clean. If you really are into Russian airplanes, this will probably do for you. So let's get everything set up for a neutral starting position here. Now I need to go find my fuel selector. That's my flaps. Again, it's kind of vague in terms of what's actually told to you in the manual, so as we push that forwards, which apparently has 2 settings, okay. So we have closed and open. And at least they're actually modelled as open there, so you've got them open there with the vanes. So a good start, at least, for us. That works. But it's 1 or 0. There you go. Right, so battery is on. That's our elevator trim there. Can't even hide this to see what's going on there. So what are these? That's the generators, battery, ignition, landing gear, engine instruments. Not sure what that one was. VOR, ADF, intercoms, marker, fuel indicator, transponder, fuel valve is open. This should be a simple matter of turn-o, L switch-o. Starting sounds were a little rough there, but interesting. Okay, that's all our instrumentation turned on. This is better fly very well, I will say that much. It had better fly very well. I'm a little sad about these, because I really love the ultralight Nemeth brought out for their first GA plane for 2020. This does disappoint me slightly. When Coronado and other companies and Airplane Heaven, everybody else can bring out planes with opening doors. It's a bit of a... Yes, it's a candy feature, but it's nice. This is €20 as well. So, considering there's no ground candy either, we're starting to get to a point of... could be better. So, we're going to taxi out now. Oh, those flaps are loud. Hello. I'm expecting this to be very spicy on takeoff rolls, so with a big powerful radial, I'm definitely getting a bit of left turn tendencies here. Engine sounds are really quiet inside. What's it like outside? Those brakes do nothing. But this is good Soviet tractor, so... Oi! Suka! That is not what I expect. I will be honest with you, this was not expected. All I did was release parking brake and give small amount of rudder. That was unusual and very strange. Hey, let's go to the beginning. Okay, so we're back here with our airplane, and we're going to take the parking brake off again, and we're going to taxi out to the runway and do what we meant to do, which was the flying part. Do not do this, because rudders go brr. Yeah, don't do that, because apparently that happens. Stability! Yay! How short's the wheelbase? Just surprising. Well, third time's the charm, right? And I was deliberately sashaying the aeroplane to see if it would do something there. And I guess it did something. So... And I can't even use the in-sim... Oh, I can now. There we go. Your parking brake should be released, monsieur. Oh. Apparently it didn't register fuel being in, but the engine was started. That's strange. Okay, let's take this good Soviet tractor out for test flight. Remember, no matter what happens... We must report flight was successful, test is good. Otherwise, we might get fired from job at tractor factory and have to go pick potatoes. I'm going to slow down in straight line here to make sure problems do not occur. Okay, Bliat. We do not wish to tip over. Okay. Okay. Keep it smooth like Stalin's mustache. Okay, we have flap. I'm going to apply power. Nice and gentle. Remember, not tail wheel plane, is nose wheel, tricycle landing gear. More power, staying straight, no big crazy pull to side. Only 2 blades on propeller. And we'll pull back on the yoke and climb like Soviet Union's poverty rate. Okay. How fast does she climb? Very fast, apparently, but then again, everything does in FS 2020. Let's pull those flaps up as we stall from climbing up too quickly. Excellent. Okie dokie. Let's give a little trim. There we go. We should see the dudar winding on the side of cockpit. Should I continue talking to the rest of the review like this? Probably not, no. So we'll go back to my normal sound. I'm kicking the tires on this thing because I want to see if it's actually going to make up for the fact that it handles on the ground like a drunken ballerina at the Moscow ballet. That was spicy. Okay, that doesn't work, whatever that is, probably the rudder trim. I don't speak Cyrillic, so I can't tell you. Handling is what I'd expect to a GA plane. Now, where is my airspeed indicator? That is something I do not know about. Here. Okie dokie. What are we going for speed-wise? 200 kilometers per hour? I don't know. We're going to pretend it means something and go off the arc. We'll go off the arcs instead. It makes far more sense, because apparently I don't speak Russian, and the arcs are enough for us to pay attention to. Either way, let's bring her around here and just see how she behaves in the pattern. We're maintaining our positioning pretty well. We'll just straighten out a little bit here. Lose a little bit of speed. Okay. It feels like a beta. It feels unfinished, perhaps. Like some of these features I think should have been in there. Like the candy features should really be in here by now, by default. I think they should be things we should expect in the sim. Are they necessary? No, but I think they should be something we are expecting for 20 euros. That's a minimum, is little features in addition. Especially seeing as things like rudder trim up there or whatever that is doesn't function. Maybe it's an event fan, I don't know. The documentation's 2 pages. It's hard to really verify that. And I'm not familiar with the cockpit of this aircraft. Maybe there are functions here that I don't know about, but with the limited documentation, it's hard for me to tell. People always tell me I'm too nice about things, and I try not to be rude. I try to be verified in when I make comments. The ground handling could be a real trait of the Yak, and I could have been making fun of the actual way the Yak can tip over. It's got relatively tall gear, and it's got a relatively short wheelbase, so that could actually be realistic. Couple that with Flight Sim's incredibly twitchy rudders, yeah. So the flaps that are louder than the engine will put down, and the landing gear. Very, very quiet engine. Although, did I turn it down after flying the Airplane Heaven 140? I'm not sure. I mean, look at that. That is very short wheelbase, but not super short. Okay, we're a little bit low on our approach here, so I'll give some power and bring us up. Oh my god, those flaps are loud. Bring her back in here for a nice touchdown. Let's see how she lands, shall we? I feel like I've got to strap in and kiss Stalin's ass goodbye before we put down with this. I really want to start humming the Anthem of the Red Army. I will butcher it though, I don't know the words. I'm hearing Hunt for Red October in the background. Probably not a plane I'm going to fly very much. In fact, this may get uninstalled after I'm done with the review. It lacks a lot of features I'd like out of this plane for my use in the sim as a bush flying plane. It would do the job well, it just misses a bunch of the features other planes have. And it doesn't offer me any real advantage in payload other than, yeah, okay, 1,000 pounds wet difference to dry. Touches down very nicely. Smooth like potato. Brakes are kind of effective. Now let's try and turn on taxiway without killing ourselves. Oi, blät! Turns incredibly quickly. Now maybe the steering rate is a bit too high in the config, and this is something they'll patch out, because it feels really twitchy, and the RPM on this engine comes up incredibly quickly. Incredibly quickly. Now it goes into depth about systems details and having to switch the pump handles between different modes, but I was able to start it without even bothering to prime. So whether the systems are just simply modelled so you can play with them, or they actually function, it depends. But it's an interesting aeroplane, that's for sure. And one I will probably not fly very often. But if you're interested in this and looking at buying it, it's €20. It could be worth a punt. There's a good chance it will be updated for sure. Has it been yet? No. So I give you the Nemeth Designs Yak-18T. A wibbly wobbly plane from the Soviet Union. Hopefully you have enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time on Channel Angel. Goodbye, comrades. До свидания. Bye.